Wasn't a threat.
We have Liberal League at Tinker, but I
Used to, those things are better than used to.
with lunch, and they go home in time to be here for family.
That
And
could
so
be.
you guys were like, sure the strangers are staying over, we can leave it out, he's like, who's afraid of this?
That was Draper.
Yeah, so he cleaned it up.
Would you call the roll, please?
Danielle McKenzie.
Here.
Jason Blair.
Here.
Melissa Hunt.
Here.
Louis Williams.
Here.
Adam Webb.
Here.
Mark Ham.
Here.
Glenn Lewis.
Here, would you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 2 is the consent docket. Item A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting held May 6, 2019. Item B, appoint Philip Wynn to the Pioneer Library System Board of Trustees for a 3-year term beginning July 1st, 2019 and ending June 30th, 2022. Item C is receive the minutes of the regular Parks Board meeting held April 2nd, 2019. Item D is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2018-2019 in the amount of $2,069,825.61.
Move to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second, I just have one
Thank you.
question, nothing, just a comment on the appointment of the library board, Brooks.
Yes.
Those, that is the city's representative, correct? On their board, that person.
Yeah, represents the city more, yes.
I would like for us, the council maybe to have a little more involvement or maybe even open that up as we do for other boards and commissions within the city. You know, I'm sure that Mr. Wynn is a great person, and that's one of the reasons that I'd like to have him on there, but it's, you know, I'd just like to know a little bit more about him and what their views are and as far as library system and.
Would you like to pull item B? We can do that.
I don't disagree with that, but I would tell you Philip Wynn was Teacher of the Year last year from Southmore. He comes with a very prestigious and pretty huge background for what he does. So I do think he's a great choice for it, but in the future I could understand.
His bio was pretty.
His bio is very, very impressive.
Okay.
No, I read it and I agree. I would like for this council to have some input as to who this person is
So
going
you want to do that on the next one?
Well, 3 years from now.
Well,
Who knows what we'll look like then.
All right, I'll pass that on to the board.
Okay, thanks very much.
okay.
And I'll second that if nobody did.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. At this time, we will recess the city council meeting and convene a public hearing. Item number 3 is review, discuss, and receive citizen input and comments regarding the fiscal year 2019-2020 budget as required by 11 Oklahoma Statute 17-208-1992. And this is from Finance.
Mayor and Council, the budget was posted on the website, so the citizens have had a week to review it and ask any questions. My office hasn't received any, and I don't believe the Finance Director has received any questions either. This budget and the comments I'm going to make will mirror what we've talked about in the individual council meetings. So this budget includes a 1.5% COLA for the general employees and approximately a 2.2% COLA for police and fire. This budget is 5.5% higher than the fiscal year 19 budget, mainly due to construction on the new lift station in Southwest 34th Street. We will pay off $5,950,000 of general obligation bond debt in fiscal year 2020. This budget provides for 3 additional patrol officers and 1 additional building maintenance employee. This budget includes $2.9 million for street, sidewalk, and drainage projects. If approved by the council, the following projects will be scheduled in fiscal year 2020, and they are First Street in Old Town, Southwest 14th and Southwest 15th from Broadway to Howard, Nottingham from Northwest 27th to Northwest 28th, Vermeer Drive, West Main Street, Norman to Markwell, and then a sidewalk project east of Moore High School. We will come back to the council to request additional projects when the previously mentioned projects are near completion. We have some ongoing projects that'll roll over into the next fiscal year, and the weather has just played havoc with everything we've tried to do. So I didn't want to schedule out too many projects until we see some light at the end of the tunnel. Park projects include construction of Old Town Park, additional improvements at Buck Thomas Park, additional renovations at Westmore Park, landscaping at Veterans Park, and an additional slide at the Aquatic Park, which will be utilized mainly by people that are ages 10 and up. Be happy to answer any questions. And we will have a budget workshop next Tuesday for the final review before we come back to council for approval on June the 3rd.
Okay. I have to ask this question. Is there anyone that would like to speak on the budget? There being none, we'll close the hearing and move on to the next. We will recess the public, we'll recess the public hearing and reconvene the city council meeting. Item number 4 is consider approval of a contract with Terracon Consultants Incorporated in the amount of $16,800 for testing and pavement evaluation services to determine the cause and cracks development and/or recommendation of pavement repair or replacement.
Mayor and Council, we've been experiencing some pretty serious cracking in the asphalt in some subdivisions that are fairly new in that they're from 5 to 10 years old, and that type of cracking we wouldn't expect to experience. And so as we've been doing some research and visiting with folks, there's a lot of speculation as to, is it base failure? Is it the mix in the subgrade? Is it the asphalt? Maybe a bad asphalt mix? So as we've been going out for proposals on Eastern Avenue and 12th Street and Southwest 34th Street, as engineering firms have been coming in and visiting, asking questions about those projects, I've been asking them about, what have they seen or experienced in other communities with regards to this problem. And they all, or 2 of them, recommended that we contact an individual that has been the pavement management main person for the ODOT, who retired, but he was the pavement management person for 20 years or so or longer with ODOT, and he now works for Terracon. So we went ahead and went out for requested a proposal, asked for 3 things. 1, we wanted to determine what the causes may be creating the problem. 2, we wanted to know what changes should the city make moving forward so we don't experience this problem again in the future. And then 3, what cost-effective solutions might there be to provide long-term repairs for those existing areas where we have significant cracking rather than the usual maintenance that we provide as far as crack sealing. And we did receive the proposal. The cost proposal was $16,800. The time frame for them to go out and take boring samples in these additions will take about 2 months to be able to do the borings and also receive their report with their recommendations. It'd be staff's recommendation that we go ahead and approve the contract and go forward with this study.
Okay, in the future, we're going to do core testing on all the new streets.
That would fall under the area of our design standards. And yes, we're in the process of looking at our design standards and how we need to change those. But yes, that would be a strong recommendation that we would have, that we will make as part of that, or recommend that we make as part of the new standards as we go forward.
Do we do anything now at all?
Well, the city has a minimum standard based on, I'm going to say based on past history.
Yeah.
And it has worked for the most part. It seems like, as I said, in the last 5 to 10 years, there's just been some factor, whether it be part of the construction or whether it be, as I said, the base material or poor construction possibly, or the asphalt mix. But
But once a road's completed, do we do anything of our own accord to go out and validate that they delivered to us what we paid for?
well, during the construction process, we have inspectors that inspect it,
Okay.
or an inspector that inspects it. But I will say that, you know, we just have the one inspector that does the inspection, and you know, they're to notify them when, you know, when they're doing that portion.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you.
I have a comment on the Lost Creek subdivision, if I'm not mistaken, that's off of 4th Street. Is that right? Now, that was, is that
Yes,
right? Okay,
that's
and that neighborhood for a while was a gated community, and that I believe, I know Liz isn't here tonight, but we had different standards, and I don't know that they even had to meet city standards initially, and then we went and enacted an ordinance that required for these gated communities, when they build these roads, they still had to be meet city standards. So I say all that to say, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the standards are subpar, and that's one of the reasons they're having so many issues over there.
That's very possible, and, you know, one of the reasons that we did look at Lost Creek is because they did have so much cracking in their asphalt, and as I indicated earlier, the two parts, the third part of what we're asking the consultant to do is what is a cost-effective method to go ahead and repair these cracks, because some of them are as large as 2-3 inches, and you know, it's you know, I've looked at other areas where some private developers have gone ahead and did a saw crack on each side about a total width of about 12 inches, and then tried to go back with the asphalt, you know, redid the base and then go back with the asphalt in those sections. And, you know, whenever you butt up asphalt to asphalt, you're always going to, over time, get a little dip in there, and they're always coming back having to do maintenance on it. So what we're asking them to look at, is there a product out there that has maybe it's an asphalt mix with fiber, or something of that nature that may work better for us. Just, again, we're asking them to provide us a recommendation for a cost-effective method to try to address these.
I would also, I'm just curious, are there other cities who hold developers to a certain number of years where they warranty their work? Is that something we could consider?
Typically, I can just address for where I came from, we had a maintenance bond requirement for 2 years. And if anything occurred over that 2-year period, then they were responsible to repair. And I think we have a similar type. I can't remember if ours is 1 or 2 years. I'd have to verify that. But I know we do have a standard that has a requirement for I believe it's either 1 or 2 years. I couldn't tell you.
Marco's absolutely right on that, on Lost Creek Edition. They didn't put any Portland cement base on that when they poured that poured that asphalt over there. So
Yeah.
there's no base, so that land shifts over there. When it shifts, it cracks.
Yeah.
So that's the cause of, well, we didn't require it at the time because it was private development, as you said.
Right.
Now we did.
Yeah.
Well, I think moving forward with the bond issue, the amount of money that we're spending on these roads, it's a good
Yes.
step to take.
Yeah, there's to fix all of the cracks that are out there just in these 4 that we've listed and on, you know, Telephone Road is going to be a significant cost. So we want to stop it for the future, and that comes into the design standards when we move forward with upgrading those. And I believe Elizabeth has a contract with ADG for the Old Town area, and we're also looking at, we will be looking at, you know, the rest of the area.
Just, I want to make sure I'm clear, so we approve this and they go out and do their report, their survey or reports, and if they find that something wasn't built to city standards, I guess the city inspector should have caught that. But if they find a road didn't meet the standard, we will be made aware of that, or the city will be made aware of that. And we'd like to know what company
Right.
did that.
Well, we have records of who did what subdivision as far as placed the asphalt and the subgrade and developed it. What his report will do is based on the borings, they're going to bore about approximately 3 feet deep, and that'll tell them, you know, definitely below subgrade, what type of soil it had. It'll also tell them if that soil had a stabilizer, a chemical stabilizer to make it more a stronger base. Sometimes you can over-apply. CKD as an example. Sometimes you can over-apply that, and it becomes very brittle and causes thermal cracking. So, you know, these are the types of information they're going to provide. Also, it'll tell us whether the asphalt had a proper mix or a good mix. You know, there's been a lot of folks have indicated that, you know, they've started using the recycled asphalt, and sometimes you don't get the good proper mix with that. And we may want to look whether or not we want to continue to utilize that.
Okay,
You know, those types of things are what they're going to tell us.
good. That sounds like a good investment of our money.
Make a motion
I
to
believe
approve the
so.
testing.
Thank you, Paul. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? If not, would you call for the vote, please?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 5 is consider approval of a one-year extension to the Public Works Maintenance Contract with Silver Star Construction Incorporated.
Mayor and council, back in June of 2014, council received sealed bids from companies, and the lowest responsible bidder was Silver Star to provide maintenance and repair of our city streets on a contract basis. And that contract has been working very well for the city, and so it's up for renewal again this year. And what Silver Star has submitted as part of this year, or the contract for next fiscal year, they're requesting a 1.5% increase to the base contract to provide a 1.5% pay increase for their employees that work for the city on a contract basis, as well as to cover the increasing costs as fuel has been going up. And then there's been just a couple of items where they're increasing because of material costs. Aggregate stone has gone up, road salt for during the winter months when they salt and sand the roads, and then also the asphalt prices have been rising again because of the cost of the oil in the asphalt. And so the 1.5% in the cost in the materials is really a modest increase. So staff would recommend that you go ahead and approve the agreement for another year.
At what point would we go back and do a full bid again?
The way the contract is currently written, it's in effect, you know, every year it gets renewed unless either party notifies that they want to terminate it within 60 days. I guess it would be council's desire, if it was council's desire at some point in time to go out and do another full-blown bid, we could do that. But
It's been 5 years, it might
That
not
right?
this year.
Yeah.
But going forward, it might not be a bad idea to just evaluate what's out there and available, you know?
Sure. I'm always for bidding stuff. So.
I make a motion, we approve this item.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? If not, would you call for the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 6 is consider ordinance number 91019, amending section 701 and 702 of Part 8, Chapter 7, Health and Nuisance Codes of the City of Moore to establish regulations prohibiting smoking in city-owned public parks, adding definition of vapor products, and correcting language during the recodification process, providing for a repealer, providing for severability, and declaring an emergency.
Mayor and Council, this ordinance here corrects a prior ordinance that was approved last October. The one that was approved last year contained language that was not included in the recodification process. What this ordinance does here is it corrects the language problem and incorporates the same prohibition against smoking in the city park that the one that we approved back in October did, and it also adds the definition of what a vapor product is. I can answer any questions that you may have in regards to this.
Does it cover chewing tobacco?
It does not.
Okay, how come?
Well, it really is more concerned towards the smoke, the lit product, the lit cigarette, or the vapor product.
You don't go sit on the bleachers much, do you?
Well, I know in baseball, yeah, there's a lot of chewing tobacco being done out there.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve.
all right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you both. We have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 7 is consider approval of an emergency clause for ordinance number 91019, it being immediately necessary for the preservation of the peace, health, safety, and public good of the city of Moore and the inhabitants thereof, and that the provisions of this ordinance be put into full force and effect, and emergency is hereby declared to exist by reasons whereof this ordinance shall take effect and be enforced and effective from and after the date provided herein and as provided by law.
Mayor and Council, this is simply the emergency provision of the last ordinance, and I ask that it be approved as well.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? If not, would you call for the vote?
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 8 is consider ordinance number 91119, amending Part 8, Chapter 11, Article B, Section 8-1111 through 8-1115, establishing regulations and provisions for determining fence maintenance requirements and providing for severability and providing for a repealer.
Mayor and Council, this ordinance is correcting the same type of problem that we corrected in the last ordinance. Back in February of 2018, an ordinance was approved concerning regulations and provisions for determining fence maintenance requirements. The problem with that one is that it used the old language, and during the recodification process, the entire numbering system and the language was completely changed. What this ordinance does is that it uses the correct language, and it adds the change that was approved last year. So I can answer any questions you may have on this one.
Good job for catching us.
Make a motion to approve?
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? Not, would you call for the vote?
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 9 is consider approval of a quote from Showcrock in the amount of $34,082.72 for Wi-Fi equipment and installation services at Buck Thomas Park using quarter-cent sales tax funds.
Mayor and Council, this is for Wi-Fi at Buck Thomas. This solves two things. One, we have been putting Wi-Fi for citizen use at parks. We did that at Buck Thomas within the last year and a half. And this would be we did that at Veterans Park, and this is for Buck Thomas. The other thing that we have realized is that we can actually piggyback our sound system that we purchased, piggyback that off of Wi-Fi, and not necessarily for the connection between the speakers, but for the park-wide, we can actually piggyback some off the Wi-Fi. So it'll solve a couple purposes where we don't have to trench long distances.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions on this? Anything? If not, would you call for the vote? Thank you.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 10 is consider approval of the fiscal year 2019 budget supplement to budget funds and related expenses for the new lift station funded through the Oklahoma Water Resource Board loan, and we've been asked to table this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Make a motion to table.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Would you call for the table and vote, please?
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. Item is tabled. Item number 11 is consider approval of a standard uniform rental service agreement with Cintas as the most responsible bidder for uniform rentals for employees.
Mayor and council, the city went out to bid for our uniforms for our employees, specifically with this contract. It was mainly the Public Works and the Parks and Recreation departments for uniforms. Typically, each employee that warrants a uniform will receive 11 sets, and they'll come pick them up and every week and wash them and bring them back. And in addition to the uniforms, it also covers mats for the concrete floors or different floor spaces or areas, dust mops, soap, shop towels for different areas. We did receive 2 bids, or 3 bids. One of the bids was a no response. Staff felt that Cintas, who is our current vendor, was the most responsible bidder for this contract and recommends that we go ahead and award them the contract. Last year, Public Works spent about approximately $26,000. Parks and Recreation spent just under $8,000. So far this year, Public Works has spent about $31,000.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? Would you call for the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
And Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 12 is consider and deem appropriate, accept nominations and elect a vice mayor.
I think Councilman McKenzie has, Councilwoman McKenzie has expressed an interest in that
I'm
position.
happy to do so.
You know, I would be interested too. I've served
Okay.
on our council since 2012 and haven't had the opportunity to be in that position. So I'd like to throw my name out there.
Okay, I have a question for you. Before you throw your name out there, the ACOG one's on here too. You still want to do the ACOG, or would you rather?
Yeah, I'd be happy to continue doing ACOG, or if somebody else would like to do ACOG.
No, I just want to know which one you want to do.
Oh,
If you want
I
to
have
do both, I'm just saying.
Well, I'd love to serve as our vice mayor.
And, okay. And Danielle would too. And I know, Jason, you've done an excellent job. I appreciate all that you did.
Thank you.
So, and you're welcome to throw your name in the ring too.
After 4 or 5 years, I think I'm gonna bow out. But I appreciate the offer.
Know the feeling. Okay. So, anybody want to make a nomination?
Mark's been, he's the second most senior council person, is my thought on it, but what do you guys think?
No.
I'll nominate Mark.
Okay. Do we have a second? Do you want to, anybody want to nominate Danielle? So, this is always awkward.
It is awkward.
That's why we put it off so long. There's got to be a better way to do this.
It's embarrassing.
Oh,
I didn't miss it all.
you
Yes,
can,
I'm
you
out. Chicken out.
You are not out yet. You're not
I mean,
sworn in yet,
technically,
so,
you're still,
yes.
Not after the nomination was made, I'm now.
No, it didn't work that way. Oh, my God. Okay. We either have to have another nomination or a second, one of the two.
I'll nominate Danielle McKenzie. I mean, I'm good with either one. I just, yeah.
Same here, so
What kind of second for either one?
do we have a second for either person?
I'll withdraw my name for consideration. And I'll second Danielle's nomination.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we just need to move on.
Okay, well, there's plenty of stuff on here.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Okay. We have a nomination and a second. Would you call for the vote for Danielle, please?
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. And Danielle, you're the new vice mayor. You'll be sworn in, I guess, at the next meeting.
Thanks.
Thank you. Item number 13 is consider and deem appropriate, accept nominations and elect a member and an alternate to serve on the ACOG Board of Directors, Intermodal Transportation Policy Committee, Garber Wellington Policy Committee, and the 911 Association Board of Directors.
Is this all one committee, or is it all the different committees?
They have all the meetings on the same
Okay.
day.
So we could nominate Mark to serve as that.
If he's willing to do it, he's done an excellent job, I want to say
Yeah,
that.
that'd be
Yes.
great, and then we just need to include that nomination that all members of the council would serve as alternates.
Okay.
Okay.
I nominate Mark Ham to serve as whatever, the member.
The delegate.
The delegate, and then all council members serve as alternates.
Second.
Thank you, thank you. We have a nomination, we have a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Mark Ham,
Yes?
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. Mark, appreciate you doing that, too.
Yep, thanks.
At this time, we'll recess the city council meeting and convene the Moore Public Works Authority meeting. Item 14 is the consent docket. Item A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Public Works Authority meeting held May 6, 2019. Item B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2018-2019 in the amount of $566,318.30.
Move to approve.
All right,
Second.
thank you. We have, okay, is the consent doc, we have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. Item carries. Item number 15 is consider and if deemed appropriate, accept nominations and elect a vice chair of the trust. Who is the vice chair?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'll do it, I'll be the, serve now.
I nominate Mark Ham to serve as the vice chair of the trust.
Okay. We have a nomination. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 16 is consider and if deemed appropriate, accept nominations and elect a secretary of the trust. Adam, is that you?
I think, yeah, that's something Mark looks like, that anyone that wants to do it, can do it.
I nominate Adam Webb.
Jack, you're it.
All right, sounds good.
Second.
All right, we got a nomination and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Thank you, sir. Item number 17 is consider the designation and/or appointment of Vanessa Kemp, the city clerk of the city, to serve as the assistant secretary, non-voting of the authority for the purpose of executing any and all documents pertaining to the authority business upon the approval by the authority.
Motion approved.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other comments, questions? If not, would you call for the vote, please?
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. Item carries. In the future, let's research what other cities do on the elections of these different deals. What do you think of that?
Great idea.
I think they kind of do what we do.
Do they?
Yeah.
don't
I mean, we can look at it, but
Yeah,
I
we
think
could-
I've been at a
let's
couple of City of Oklahoma City
Okay.
meetings where it's been a little like that too.
Okay, I didn't know. So thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Come up with
Okay,
something different.
at this time, we'll recess the Moore Public Works Authority meeting and convene the Moore Risk Management meeting. Item number 18 is the consent docket. Item A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Risk Management meeting held May 6, 2019. Item B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2018-2019 in the amount of $237,402.24.
Move to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. It's a consent docket. Would you call for the vote, please?
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. Item carries. Item number 19 is consider and deemed appropriate accept nominations and elect a vice chair of the Moore Risk Management Board. Who's the vice chair now?
No idea.
Melissa Hunt.
Oh, I am?
I nominate Melissa. Second.
I guess I've never come to
We got a nomination and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Who made the first?
Who made the second? I think Lou did. Thanks.
I made the second.
Thank you. Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 20 is consider and deemed appropriate accept nominations and elect a secretary of the Moore Risk Management Board.
I don't know if this is vice chair.
Do you have that?
I'm happy to be the secretary.
I nominate Danielle.
It's currently Adam.
Oh,
That's fine.
no,
That's completely fine with me.
Adam can continue doing it. He's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, I did.
We got a
Actually,
motion.
not
We
me,
have-
Adam.
We have a motion, all we have is a second.
I'll second.
Okay.
I'm the second.
Can't make the motion and second it. Would you call for the vote, please?
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. All right, at this time, we'll recess the Moore Risk Management meeting and convene the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting. Item 21 is, oh wait, whose is this one?
Well, I think, doesn't he do it because we're redoing the whole?
Well, no, so you're still it right now,
Okay.
so we,
Yeah, you
Okay, item 21.
until we get to it.
Item 21, roll call, please.
Not changing.
Danielle McKenzie,
Here.
Jason Blair,
Here.
Melissa Hunt,
Here.
Glenn Lewis,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Here.
Mark Ham,
Here.
Adam Webb.
Here. Item 22 is the consent docket. Item A, receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Economic Development Authority meeting held April 15, 2019.
Move to approve.
Second.
Call for the vote, please.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes. Item 23, consider if deemed appropriate, accept nominations and elect a chair of the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting. I don't think we put Louis on anything. Yeah.
Okay, I nominate Louis.
Second.
Call for vote.
We'll call for the vote,
Yeah, go
please.
ahead. That'd be great.
Glenn Lewis,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Abstain.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes. Item 24, consider and if deemed appropriate, accept nominations to elect a vice chair of the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting.
Jason? I'll nominate Jason.
Thanks.
Second.
Call for the vote, please.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes. Item 25, consider if deemed appropriate, accept nominations to elect a secretary of the authority.
So nominate Adam Webb.
I'll second the nomination.
Call for the vote, please.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes. We'll recess the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting and reconvene the city council meeting.
All right, thank you. Let the record reflect that the same people were here before are still here now. Item number 26 is new business. Item A is citizens forum for items not on the agenda. There's no one signed up. Would anyone like to speak? Since there's no one here, we'll skip to the next one. Any items from the city council or trustees? Okay. Item C, any items from the city manager or trust manager?
Just a reminder that we will have the budget workshop next Tuesday at 6:30.
6:30.
All right. I would like to say thank you for everyone for coming tonight. I know we moved it from yesterday to today, but we erred on the caution. We didn't want to put citizens at risk. Well, everything we do here, we do for citizens. So that's our number one rule, and that's why we kept it that way. So that's why we did it. So going on to item 27 is executive session. Section 307, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes permits the public body to meet in executive session for certain specified reasons under certain specified conditions. It is the opinion of the city attorney that the city council may consider and adopt a motion to meet in executive session to discuss the following items. Pages are stuck together. Item A is discuss, consider, and taking action concerning the city manager's evaluation and employment benefits as authorized by 25 Oklahoma statutes 307B-1. Do we have a motion to convene to executive session?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Would you call for the vote, please?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. We're convened. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. I bet Chief knows about it.
call the roll back from executive session, please?
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Here?
Melissa Hunt.
Here.
Louis Williams.
Here.
Adam Webb.
Here.
Mark Ham.
Here.
Glenn Lewis.
Here. Do we have a motion?
Yes, I make a motion that we extend the city manager's contract as specified in the executive session for 1 year.
All right.
Second.
We have a second? Would you call for the vote, please?
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. Item carries. Item number 28 is adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Would you call for the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, we are adjourned. Thank you for coming.
I'll tell you the rest of my-